some business associations have reacted to the downward performance of the cedi on the market, insisting they may have no other choice than to pass on the extra costs incurred to consumers. Already, there have been calls for an urgent intervention to cushion local businesses against the cedi fall. Charles Aite has been engaging some businesses and stakeholders who say businesses are fast losing their capital in the wake of the local currency.
One of the main topics of the mind of every business leader, entrepreneur and executive is the issue of the depreciation of the cedi. So far, we at Joy Business have been giving you clear details as to the updates regarding the Ghana cedi and issues attendant to that. But to what extent are they coping in the wake of these issues of the cedi and the cost of doing business in Ghana? I get to interact with the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Stephen Obeng, on this issue to get his first-hand thoughts on the matters as they arise. How concerned are you as an association regarding the state of the cedi as it is now?
It's very worrying. It simply means that we are losing our capitals. That's all that it means. Yeah.
So how are you coping at this moment? What particular strategies are your members taking to still stay afloat in the wake of this development? Because we do know it's going to impact on imports as well as exports especially.
Yeah, it's management as usual, but the bulk lies on government to stabilize it.
Get to interact with the Executive Secretary of the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, Samuel Agre, as we find out from him what exactly could be the best way out for them, and especially how best they are coping in these troubling times.
So obviously, if importers or manufacturers are going to look at it the way it is running, then obviously you would have to increase your price every now and then. But some of them, strategically, they have this long-term measure that they've taken. And therefore, if you do your own projections very well, it's also help you to benchmark your costing. Otherwise, we would be increasing prices every now and then, which is not good for manufacturing and also for businesses, because you need to have a long-term plan, do your projections right, so that at least you can be stable in the market. Otherwise, eventually, you have to price yourself out of the market, because the soft drink manufacturers, for instance, I'm telling you, most of them, if you sit down with them, they can tell you the losses that they are making.
So far, government has made it clear that all efforts to arrest the depreciation of the cedi is in progress, and that business associations will not have to panic. But based on the interactions that we've had so far, it is very clear that the impacts are very much intense, and they are just hoping that situations will not get worse in the coming months. For Joy Business, I'm Charles Aite reporting.
Let's still stay on issues concerning the cedi, because the AGI has responded to the cedi's persistent depreciation. CEO of the AGI said Chum Akwabwa is calling for an end in speculation, which he refers to as one of the main reasons for the cedi's performance in recent times. He stressed that the cedi's recovery can best be achieved if speculations and panic are reduced.
Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, said Chum Akwabwa cautioned that persistent speculations would rather affect the downward trend of the local currency and impact its performance negatively in the future. Joy Business Ella reported that some business organizations are even threatening to pass over the cost to consumers to forestall the eventual collapse of their businesses. Said Chum Akwabwa says the current state of the cedi is temporary and kicked against any unnecessary speculation.
The cedi is depreciating is of concern to all businesses, and of course anytime the cedi depreciates, for us in industry, we even feel it the most, because we import your raw materials, and a lot of the raw materials we use for production purposes are imported. It's a seasonal thing. It happens once in a while. It escalates when we speculate and we make it, we give up so soon and think that it cannot be solved immediately. In that case, even people who do not need the foreign currency start buying foreign currencies and hiding, which is not good enough. So we must always do away with speculation and actually deal with the real issue on the ground. So if the cedi is depreciating, why is it depreciating? And what can Bank of Ghana do?
Also, Cedi Makwabwa shared with Joy Business some solutions to address the downward trend of the cedi. He believes a permanent and long-term solution will be to increase exports to decrease demand for the dollar.
We definitely need to reduce our import volumes and increase our local production so that our demand for foreign currency would come down. And we have always said this over and over again, that the way to do it is to support industrial growth. If you have produced a lot of the products locally, then you don't need to import so much. Once there's pressure on the cedi for imports, then you always have this situation. So the long-term solution really is to ensure that you step up local production and reduce imports.
So far, some financial experts say external pressures, including external hikes in interest of investment assets in the U.S., as well as an expected increase in the U.S. Federal Reserve rate, are impacting negatively on the cedi.